So now, after photographing over 500 weddings and been doing this for nearly 10 years, I want to share what I've learned. And I hope it can inspire those listening, photographers, brides, grooms, or anyone in between. I'm Ryan. I'm the founder of Feather Finch Photography Studio based here on the Gold Coast, Queensland, where we do photo and film for weddings. Now, after doing this for so long, I reflect back on the first couple of weddings that I photographed and now right through to, 500th, 600th, 700th wedding. And although it may still look the same from the outside, a bride wearing a dress, a groom wearing a suit, guests celebrating, having drinks, listening to music, not every wedding is the same. And after doing this for so long, I don't think I've ever been to the same wedding. And like I said, it might look the same to the naked eye, but the reality is everyone has their own unique story. And I think as photographers and filmmakers, this is such an incredible opportunity for us to learn about the story. So this is going to my first tip. When I first started photographing weddings, I never really learned more information beyond the wedding details. I'd turn up on the wedding day, expect the couple to be comfortable in front of the camera, question myself the day after why they weren't comfortable in front of the camera. And then I really started looking deeper and wondering what it was about the wedding. Why was I photographing weddings even? And the reason being is that to me, a wedding is a celebration of life. It is an event where we get all of our family and friends together to celebrate presentness, life in this physical world. It's not really that many opportunities you do this, and especially making it look so beautiful as a wedding and having a photographer and filmmaker being there to capture those moments. And so when you think about it like this, everyone's story is different. So going beyond the white dress and the suit and the venue, everyone's story is so different, right? So although it might be at the same venue every week, it's a different story. So I started learning what couples' stories were outside of wedding details. And it allowed me to go in there with a philosophy of that I am documenting the most important thing for this couple, giving them space because that's what they asked for, and allowing them to connect deeply with one another or their family. Like I said, this is just a hypothetical answer to the question. It does mean this is our why. So it allowed our photographs to go a little deeper than, and going over the years of doing this longer and longer and longer, I'm going deeper and deeper into the couple's story. And more, we're turning away wedding couples. And what I mean by this is number 2. This is, I guess, my next tip. So recap, first tip is learn about the story of your couples. If you're a photographer out there and you're wondering why your wedding photos just look, learn more about the people in front of the camera. Or, even better, be in front of the camera. See what it feels like to actually be photographed. It's a great lesson and learning curve to know what you don't want to do on your wedding day. Off the cuff, we actually did a photo shoot as a family once, and I walked away from that family shoot knowing exactly what I did not want to do to my couples in front of the camera. Going back to number 2. So recap, learn the story, all that jazz. All right. Number 2, know your why. And really, really be persistent on standing firm of your why. And what I mean here again is, excuse the plane overhead of our studio on the Gold Coast. Chugan, this is where the airport is. So know your why means that you can stand firm in why you do what you do. A lot of the times when we're starting out, we're photographing every wedding, every inquiry. We're not learning about the couples. We're turning up and just shooting. And then for us, it got to a point where we really solidified our why and who our perfect couple was. And when we would get an inquiry, we would ask specific questions. And if the answers didn't align to our why, we would just recommend some other photographer. To me, it's like a tattooist, right? Look at all these tattoos. If I walked into a great tattoo studio and I said, hey man, I have an idea for this tattoo. I want to get this, I don't know, whatever, Ned Kelly and lassoing a kangaroo while riding a snake. I want to get that tattooed on my back. A really great tattooist is going to say, you know what? That's not my style, but give this guy a call. He's the ultimate Ned Kelly tattooist. Go hard. He is the man. And you know how well I'd feel looked after rather than him going, yeah, I can do it. and then he does the tattoo and I look at it and I think that's not coming off, and I'm not too happy about that. That's what it comes down to. You shouldn't get married again, you know, and you don't get a chance to do them again, or we shouldn't have to try do them again. So photographers, make sure that you know your why, and make sure that you're being authentic. Don't say you're a documentary candid photographer when the ultimate reality is you're not at all. I've seen it happen. I've been in the position of saying these things, and there's a misalignment on the wedding day. Be honest and reflect your honesty in all of your words. Don't just jump on ChatGPT and go gnarly with the most vogue editorial words, and then next minute you're fully posed and the couple think they're getting, I don't know. You get what I'm saying. All right. The last thing is, you know, the timeline. You know, the importance of planning a wedding comes down to the important things that you represent as important to you. So people go in and they plan a wedding and they get this huge agenda of they need to book every single vendor, and that's not true. What you need to work out is your priorities. And when you know your priorities, you can work from the top to the least, and you probably won't go over budget. So hypothetically, let's say photography is your number one budget. Well, go out and get your dream photographer, get the most amazing photographer you can ever dream of, and work down the list. It could be florals as your number one priority. Well, go out and get the most amazing floral and styling, and you're not going to be unhappy because your wedding will represent you. And that leads me to the conclusion of this video. Knowing what represents you will allow you to plan a wedding that is you. Because in the end of the day, you don't get to do this again. It is an incredible celebration of life. And if the wedding really represents you, your photos will point to you. And your family will know that it's your wedding. And your photographer will be able to document those things that represent you. So I hope you like this video. We're going to keep this kind of series going. Please feel free to subscribe. I know we're only just starting this channel, but would love it if you guys subscribed. I'm going to be sharing a lot of daily stuff on here. And yeah, hope to see you guys around.